am the Reverend Dr. Maria McDowell, rector of Christ Episcopal Church in Tacoma, Washington. In the Christian East, our salvation rests in the conviction that in Jesus, God became human so that humans might become God. This phrase, from the North African theologian Saint Athanasius, is an interpretation of 2 Peter 1:4, in which the author seeks to assure us that we have been given all we need to become participants in the divine nature. God participates in us so that we can participate in God. Further, this theology of theosis, or divinization, is rooted in the fundamental conviction that salvation is about healing our relationship with God, one another, and all creation. The way our relationships are healed is by doing or being what it is we are called and created to be in the first place. Creatures actively participating in the ongoing love, joy, and nurture of God that sustains all creation. Jesus took on our full humanity so that our full humanity might be filled with and participate in God for all eternity. As a woman, that means my humanity was also taken up in Jesus. Jesus' humanity has to include not only the maleness of his body, but the femaleness of who I am as well. If Jesus' humanity does not somehow include female humanity, then the logic of the Christian East forces two possible conclusions. Either Jesus is not fully human, which amounts to a rejection of core Christian doctrine that Jesus is both fully divine and fully human, or women are not themselves fully human. It will come as no surprise that of the two options, it is the humanity of women that too often gets sacrificed on the altar of the maleness of Jesus and the related maleness of God. Fundamentally, we struggle to believe that females, the female body and the feminine, are truly and fully human. Our primary understanding of what it is to be human is almost always modeled on the male body and on supposedly masculine characteristics, qualities, and virtues. Yet God never seems to abide by our particularly gendered boundaries. God consistently takes on characteristics and practices, qualities that we stereotypically assume are feminine. In Isaiah, God can no more forget us than a mother can forget her nursing child. In Luke's Jesus, God laments over Jerusalem like a mother laments over her child. And in Matthew, Jesus gathers her children like a hen gathers her chicks. God is a shepherd who gathers lost sheep, a woman who finds a lost coin, and a father who welcomes back a lost son. The femininity of God shines through even our highly patriarchal texts. Almost as if even the power of patriarchy cannot quench the awesome fullness of the God in whose image we are all made. One of the insights of contemporary queer theology is the way it calls into question whether there really are masculine or feminine characteristics or qualities, drawing attention to the fluidity we see in the expression of people's biological and gendered selves. We are learning in yet another way that compassion and assertiveness, kindness and courageousness are human qualities, not masculine or feminine, male or female. Contemporary queer theology helps us develop the ancient insight that all of humanity is born in God. One of the ways in which the ancient Christian world recognized this is in the body of Jesus, a body which comes from the body of a woman. Whether we in our modern era believe in the virgin birth, in the ancient world, the assertion that Jesus was born without the flesh of a man meant that the flesh of Jesus, unlike any other human being, was the flesh of a woman. The 10th century abbot Simeon the New Theologian made abundantly clear to his male monastics that the body of Jesus they consumed each Sunday, a body which sacramentally transformed their bodies, was flesh from a woman. A woman contained the universe in her womb and gave that universe her very body, so that that body, filled with and transformed by the divine, makes possible the filling and transforming of all our bodies and all of creation. This is the theology of a divine feminine and a divine masculine. It is the theology of divine participation in all of creation, so that all of creation, by taking on the fullness of God in our bodies, is able to participate in the flourishing of creation with God.